Well, good morning. It is July 22nd, Savannah, Georgia. Had a great stay in Savannah. What a cool city. Tons and tons of history. The historic downtown square was just amazing. The architecture, the old buildings, the squares, the way the whole town is platted out, the river walk. We really had a nice time. We were actually there in the late afternoon and evening yesterday. Got caught in a pretty good rain shower. But as things kind of go, or at least as we have learned around here how things go, they tend to be pretty quick. And sure enough, that was the case. It was maybe 45 minutes, and then it pretty well cleared up. And by the time we got a little later in the evening, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. So I guess that's just the way it is down here. Anyway, we had a interesting day getting here. We left Columbus, Georgia in the morning to go to Helen, Georgia. Helen is a little Bavarian town here in the East Coast. I think I'd mentioned we have something similar in Leavenworth, Washington, in our home state, and we wanted to kind of go check that out. Well, it turns out so too did every other person in the state of Georgia. It was absolutely packed. It's not a big town. It took us about 20 minutes or so, maybe 25 minutes to kind of putz through the center of town just because the traffic was so much. And we got to the other end of town. There wasn't much in the way of parking, and I said there's no way I'm turning around and going back through that. You could see the line was actually even longer going the other direction. So we jumped off the bikes quick, had about a 2-minute discussion, and said, let's just point the bikes towards Savannah and we'll see where we end up going. Well, the trouble with that was, there really wasn't the trouble, but the issue with that was we'd already ridden about 200 miles, give or take, and it was close to about another 300 to Savannah. Jennifer and I didn't have any discussion about if we were going to go to Savannah. I said, let's just get going and we'll just kind of deal with it. Well, as it turns out, we made it all the way to Savannah, ended up being a 500-mile day, which for us is quite a bit. We got in just before 7 o'clock p.m. The last hour or two of riding was kind of in and out of showers. Really strange sky. It was just weird. I hope you capture it in the video for you, but very strange sky. But we got here late, grabbed a little dinner, and then of course I already recounted how our time was here in Savannah. So this morning we're saddling up, we're heading up towards Charleston, South Carolina. It's very pleasant out though, as we've been experiencing. Supposed to get up into the 90s and again high humidity. Well, we made it to Charleston. We're about, I don't know, 6 or 7 floors up in a parking garage that's just stuffed with people. It's in the low 90s, high humidity, which again has been pretty typical on this trip. Looking forward to getting out and exploring the Central Market, which is nearby. and I think we're going to try to get the ferry over to Fort Sumter if we can figure out where that is. But anyway, it was a very nice, pleasant ride here. Very, very pretty, nice landscape, and not terribly far. Again, another fairly short day as days go, 150 miles, something like that, but not bad. Anyway, so touch base with you soon. Well, I'm going to do this before we get dumped on, or maybe it'll dump on us while I'm doing this. We just came back from the Fort Sumter tour, which was pretty cool, wasn't it?
It was.
Right? It was fun. I'm glad we got out there and did that. And when we got here, it was sweltering, right? I think honestly, we were talking about it, and I think that might have been the most miserable I've been on this trip. And not miserable about the trip, but if you want to talk about hot, sweaty, sticky, I think that's the worst I've felt. I don't know about you, but it was not good. So, but when we got here, it was hot, sunny, very few clouds in the sky, and now that we're back, it's the classic southern thunderstorm here. So I bet everybody at home can guess which direction we're headed. Once again, we are tracking more north than east, but still a little bit northeast. We're actually leaving Charleston, and we're going to be making our way up to Myrtle Beach. Not because of anything against Charleston. It's actually, we've had a really nice time here. But the day after tomorrow is a massive day. I think we had planned like 460 miles. So if we can do another, how far is it to Myrtle Beach?
103.
Yeah, we do 103. That'll shave off a considerable amount of travel for the day after tomorrow. So who knows? Not far to go. But every time we've had not far to go, it's taken us a long time with these thunderstorms. We're getting lightning strikes and the whole bit. And I think it's just a matter of time here before the thunder and lightning starts and rain starts where we're at. So anyway, we'll touch base with you soon. Well, that absolutely sucked.